of them are you dreaming. That weak shit a gun. Drop off like ripe leaf. None of them no got no loving of them are you dreaming. That weak shit a gun. Drop off like ripe leaf. None of them no got no loving of them are you dreaming.
Let's talk. So summer just started a few days ago, right? And already it's hit. No, wait, what's today? The 29th? So, no, a few days ago. And it's already hit over 100 degrees. We like that type of weather. This is the type of weather we need. I've been meaning to like record, and I mean record in a way that record in a way that kind of grounds myself in a sense. So I went to the store, I got water and some pineapples. Jesus. I got a little bit of shade, not a lot, but we going with it. So I'll be honest with you, my camera is fully charged. I don't know how much space I have though. I find that for the past year, if I can be honest, I would go to record and either my camera dies, or I don't have space. And when I think back on where I've been mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and what I've been dealing with, school, work, fucking COVID, even pre-COVID, I feel as though I have to put my, no actually, alright, my ADHD. When those things took place, they were at moments when I was just like, alright, well bitch, we're gonna fucking record today, let's go. Which is absolutely nothing wrong with it. However, when I think of my purpose of starting this channel, it was due to wanting, I hope that the shade is not too bad, wanting to start, like, continue off, like, things that my sister wanted to do. So, like, we talked about vlogging and stuff like that. I always wanted to vlog, but obviously my sister's not here with me, so I'm like, alright, well, I'm gonna kind of take the torch and kind of, like, figure it out, which I think at some part or in some way it kind of helps me to kind of find myself and be vulnerable. And I think when I think of myself where I am now, I need to be more vulnerable. How can I think that I want to obtain certain things in my life, but I can't be vulnerable? Like, I think of my relationship with music. I think of my relationship with myself. Like, self-love takes a certain level of accountability and vulnerability in order for it to kind of work. I hope that this is not bad. Should we switch angles? Is that when I got here, someone didn't clean up after themselves and left a cup. Let me see if I can switch angles. I like it straight though. it is. It's just, we gotta go with it. This is where I'm at right now in my life. We just gotta go with it. So, fucking shit. Some of this shit I really can't make up though. Like, it'd be kind of funny how things be happening. Fruit in the park. This is breakfast. It's well past afternoon. I picked up some really bad habits in the last year of college, trying to fucking graduate. There was moments when like it's like 10 p.m. and I'm like, bitch, you didn't eat all day. I can't make this shit up. I thought the napkin was someone walking towards me. Oh my god! I was about to have a heart attack. Stranger danger! Anyway. Yes. Self-love and vulnerability. So, how can I have an authentic relationship with anything? Music, myself, people, whatever the fuck that we interact with. How can I do this without having those two things and taking accountability? And when I think about myself growing spiritually, like, yes, I just graduated. Well, I didn't fucking graduate. I finished school. And it's weird because it's like summer's here and I did end the semester. Like, I did finish college. It was my last senior, whatever the fuck. But I feel as though I don't know if I mentioned, but my water is placing my napkin so it doesn't blow away. My graduation in this point in my life, like I've graduated academically, but I've also graduated spiritually. And when I think of where I was when I first started college again, it was like right after my sister passed away. And, you know, right after high school, I did go to college. I went to community and I said, like, this is not for me. The college that I went to, it was like everyone from high school. I was chilling in high school. I didn't do good. I was struggling throughout fucking high school, like, for multiple reasons. But when I went there, it reminded me of college all over. I mean, high school all over again. So I was like, all right, I gotta drop out. So I left. Moved down south. Did all that shit. Came back. And when Jasmine passed away, it was like, you know, I was caring for her throughout the whole process, and then it was like, alright, I had to do what I needed to do. So then I was like, alright, got a job, applied to school, which I think that to some degree I was ready for school because I did everything to get into school, but was I emotionally ready to be in school? I'll be honest, when I first went back, I went to I'm not gonna be saying what school I went to, but I went to community and I did well. Like, I made dean's list, like, I was like really on my shit. But what I've learned about myself, well, what COVID exposed to me is that I'm always like longing to do something. And I think that like I'm always having to be busy. And like I did learn that I have ADHD as an adult. But to be honest, I've always had ADHD. We're just now discovering this, but I knew this. We knew this. It's been a thing. Anyone that's around me fucking knows this. Anyway. So, going back to school, was it because I really wanted to go back to school, or is it because it's like I need a distraction? And I think that I do a lot of things to distract myself, is what I'm learning. when I transferred to university, it was very hard. I struggled. I mean, a lot of like my housing situation was things that I was dealing with, obviously implemented kind of where I was emotionally and like my ability to do my work or like keep up. So it was a struggle in the beginning. But the biggest thing is that I was grieving when I decided to go back to school. Was I emotionally ready to go back to school? What I'm learning about like myself as a black woman is that I could do anything in any circumstance. I am exactly what my ancestors were. Absolutely. I can make anything shake at any point with whatever tools, materials that I have. That's an amazing thing. However, from my physical and mental health in the year of 2021, this is not really. This is not how I want to live my life when I'm like 50. Shit, 35. I don't always want to be like, I want to be grounded in the things that I love. And I do appreciate school has exposed a lot of things. I've been able to network. It's given me knowledge and resources. Now, could I have gone out and researched and like read a million books? I could have, but would my mental ability allow me to do that by myself without some sort of structure? Not really. So when I think about myself, where I am spiritually now, you know, I've been through so many phases. And I think that with social media and like this idea of like what it means to be spiritual, it forces one to partake in acts that have or could be looked at as religious. Sorry. I think this new age spirituality, social media shit is really been grounded in like European missionary fucking colonial religious whatever the fuck, and I don't like it. I don't like it because people think because they burn sage or an incense that they're spiritual. I'm on TikTok. I'm scrolling through my For You page and it's like this girl with an incense and she's at it on her camera like this, saying she's trying to cleanse me because I need to be cleansed on my For You page by her. Sweetie, who are you? It creates the idea that we need to be cleansing ourselves using sage and incense without actually cleansing ourselves by doing the work. And I'll be honest with you, COVID, my time during COVID has been so enlightening because if I didn't start therapy before I went to COVID, that shit, I don't even know what to say. I can admit now as a grown-ass woman that, like, I'm not on social media. I would love, the goal is, and I am, I'm going to make my YouTube my diary, my virtual diary. But you know, when I look, being in therapy allows me to kind of unpack things in my childhood and in my life and like be reflective on things. It forces you to be accountable. Because although people are fucked up in your lives, our parents are fucked up, they fuck us up. Me as an adult, if I'm just going around being fucked up, it's because I'm deciding to be fucked up. I'm not taking the accountability, or I'm not taking the initiative to do the work to better myself. I'm 31 years old. I don't have a kid. That has been on purpose, because I understood that what my childhood has done to me, and I would always say to myself that I cannot do that to my child. It's not fair. Now, will I ever have kids? I can if I want to, I'll say that. But, you know, there's people out here that's just doing shit off of the strength that they hot in the ass. And by all means, do what you gotta do. But just know that there's a consequence behind every action. Now, if I allowed every man that I've been with intimately to give me a child, it doesn't allow me to, if I'm hurt, my kids are going to be hurt. I like to think of it as protecting my kids. Even though they're not here in the physical, they're kind of watching me like, this is the type of person we come with. We fuck with her. But back to the spiritual aspect. Therapy has helped me a lot in my growth in spirituality. I used to, when I first started, I used to like want to pick a card every day or do this, and although there's nothing wrong with it and it works, right? But I can't tell you the last time that I picked up a deck of cards, and I'm lying to you, I did it last night. But before that, it's been months. And I only did it because before I decided to kind of, I can't even say that I've done it purposely. It just happened. I can't say I'll never flip a card again, and I don't want to read, but I think that I'm just going with how I feel. And as I'm journaling and trying to work on myself and fucking figure my mind out, and why when this happens to me, I'm triggered back to like 1999. Like, ain't no card gonna help me with that. I know that the future and even the present, you know, everything, nothing really sticks. You don't really know. We have free will. I can pull a card that says I'm gonna be like having all the best shit coming to me in a week, but I can make one decision that's gonna fuck it up, and I don't have it. So spiritually, I'm grounded enough to know that I need more self-care in my life. I need to take care of myself more. Like I said, I picked up bad habits even in school. Like, I'm so used to taking care of everybody. I'm in school, I'm trying to figure shit out. I'm not eating, I'm not drinking. Like, there was days I'm in the cafeteria. I'm not even on fucking campus. There's days that I'm in the cafe all day and I'm not eating because I don't want their food. The smell of it bothers me because I don't eat, I don't want it. Or I'm not in the mood. And then I'm just like, oh, I need to eat. But as I'm going around taking care of everybody, no one's asking me if I ate. This, and this, and this, and this. I'm like, bitch, you didn't eat. You finna die. You finna pass out. Like, it's crazy. I watched this new documentary on Netflix. A friend. Oh, I'm distracted. I'm eating with Indy. She just called. My sister's calling. I'm sorry, y'all. I am busy right now. I'm trying to find this. It's called In Our Mother's Garden. Oh, it was the sweetest shit I've seen in a long time, because it's just different women talking about like their line, the women that came before them, like their heritage, their culture, like, you know, different women from Africa, Puerto Rico, Cuba, fucking the South, like Louisiana, and like all those women came from different places, but like I've had a piece of all of them and their stories, like the type of women that nurtured them and cared for them. All strong women. They're all women that got shit done. They were all women that was just like, that didn't think, they was just moving just to make sure the people around them had the things. And I love that the women that were telling the stories now had to reflect and ask. They were asked, like, what is radical self-care to them? What does that look like to them? The majority of them were like in their 40s, 50s, late 30s, and they're like, that's something that I still haven't found yet. There was one lady on there, I think her name was Coco. She was bad. I think she lived in New Orleans. When I tell you, that woman was so grounded in her rituals and the things that she did. Not only was she taking care of the people around her and herself, she was making sure she took care of her ancestors. Now, if you don't shut the hell up. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. So when I think of myself and where I'm going and my journey and my purpose, like my fucking ontology, like what is, I'm always being asked, like what is, like what do I want? What does Stephanie want? Truly, I want peace. I want everything that I do, all the people around me, gives me peace. I want to be at peace with things that happen to me that that's not my fault, that I've had to deal with. I want peace from all that shit. I hear keys. And I want love. I'm not saying like, I want a king, Prince Charming. I want my self-love to be so enriched and prominent that anybody that comes my way, not even a mate, any friend, stranger, it speaks for itself. It doesn't need to be mentioned. It's just there. And they know that they can't fuck with me, or they're not on the level to be there, and that they know that they can't fuck with it. That's what I want. So being that I did the school thing, did my thing, I know I can graduate school. I did it. Did it take me a little while? Yeah, but I've always been a late bloomer. Things take me a little while. Think about being 31 and like the people around me, like I never feel pressured of like, oh, well, this person has this and this person has that. Like, I don't care about that. It comes to me when it's supposed to, when I could really accept it. Because what's having anything if you can't accept it? So I've always said I wanted my I like my thrift videos. I still do that because that's what I like. One of my goals was to like thrift in every state or place that I go to visit, so I'm still gonna keep that aspect, but I'm going to incorporate what it means, or to show, because I don't know what it means, but I want to show you my journey of self-love, self-acceptance, and being vulnerable. Now, this is not something that is talked about in the spiritual community. And I think that to some degree, I really hope that this lighting is like, I feel like y'all get my, I mean, is that even my good side? I'm trying not to reach because I'm wearing a white shirt and I'm on a picket fence. A picnic table. I got somewhere to go today. Yeah, so self-love, being vulnerable, accountability. When you watch your YouTube channels of these people trying to get you for your money to get readings and shit, a lot of these people are not, or have not done the work to even know themselves. I'm trying to know myself. This is the goal. I can't give myself to anyone or anything, as I mentioned before, if I don't know myself. So this is the goal. It's not really a quick fix for any one person. We're all unique to our own traumas. So I'm going to simultaneously unpack my trauma. Not so much for you all, maybe if I'm called to, but more so as I unpack my trauma, what can I do to replace or add things so my trauma is not I'm still not in the cycle of. So I hope y'all are all doing well and shit, and y'all all do what y'all need to do. And yeah, so I ate all my pineapples. Do any of you do this? Like drink the juice at the bottom? It's like a nature shot. Real talk, till the next time.